Hello, everyone. I'm Marina. Here we have Robert, my cousin, and he's going to talk a little bit about universities in Europe. So, hi, Robert. Could you first tell me a little bit about you and where you went to university?
Hi, Marina. Yeah, sure. Great to talk to you. So I started studying in 2014, and I studied linguistics in Innsbruck in Austria, which is a small student town. And then after my bachelor degree, I went to Munich because I got an internship there at BMW, and after the internship I said, okay, I want to do my master's degree, and I did my master in Munich here, and I graduated last year, and yeah.
Well, congratulations.
From there on, I'm working now.
Great. And so could you tell me a little bit about how was the process of applying to university in Austria?
Yeah, so when I got out of school, I asked myself the same question because I had no idea. And all my friends were looking for universities, and Innsbruck wasn't so far away from my hometown, which was kind of important for me at that time. Same time, I wanted to learn something new. So I was looking, okay, what universities do you have around? And I chose Innsbruck because of the mountains, and I really like to go skiing. And I really enjoy the nature there, and also the student city is always good in my mind. And yeah, so I looked it up online. Everything is online, what you need to know, and you just have to apply with your exams, and you have to show your grades and give your contact details, and then it depends what you want to study. If you want to study linguistics like I did, what not so many people study, it's no problem at all to get at the university. You just apply it, and 90% they will say, yeah, okay, we accept you. But for example, if you want to study medicine, which a lot of people want to study, you have to do a little exam before. And then only the best, let me say, the best 300 students will get into this. And yeah.
Yeah, like in most countries, there are more competitive courses than others. Yeah. And
no, I just want to say in Germany, it is a little bit different because in Germany, if you want to study medicine, it depends on how good you were at school.
Right.
So only the best students from high school can study medicine in Germany. But in Austria, it doesn't matter what your high school grades were. You can just take an exam before, and then they will choose who's allowed to study.
Yeah. So like Brazil, they don't look at your, high school courses for medicine either. And could you describe your course, what is linguistics, and how were the classes that you had to take and things like that?
Yeah. So first of all, why I chose linguistics, because I wanted to study something with media and communication. But also in Germany, a lot of people want to study that, and my high school grades weren't too good. So I was thinking, okay, how else could I get there? And I saw that linguistics also has some courses like power of language in media, and you also analyze some speeches. But then also on the clinical part, you analyze how to pronounce things, and how are you able to learn a new language. And yeah, so you had a little bit of all, like in most bachelor degrees, but yeah, that was a very interesting thing.
That's very interesting. And how was your experience studying in another country?
Well, you have to say Austria isn't really another country, because they also speak German there. But I think that this one of the good things of studying in Europe. It doesn't really matter where you study in Europe, because my degree in Austria is equal to a degree in Germany.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter. But of course, the dialect is a little bit different, and you had to get used to it. Same like Switzerland German is different to the German or to Austrian German, but there wasn't quite a lot difference to Germany.
That's good. And what language were your courses taught in?
Mostly they were in German. But I also had to do 2 language courses for foreign languages, and but only for 1 semester, which I didn't understand because you don't learn a new language in 1 semester.
In 1 semester, yeah.
Yeah, so I thought, okay, I don't want to do Spanish or anything because I won't learn it in 1 semester. So let's do something exotic from my perspective. And I did Korean.
Wow.
Which was very interesting because of all the new signs you had to learn, and the whole language structure was very different. And the second language I chose was Igbo, which is spoken in South Nigeria.
Wow.
Because I wanted to learn something about African culture also, and just to get something which is exotic for me as a European. And yeah, that's why I chose those 2 languages. I have to tell you that I don't speak a word anymore because it's so long.
Yeah.
But it was really interesting to get into a different language structure.
Do you remember if there were, international students there, and specifically like Latin American or Brazilian students there?
In Innsbruck, were some international students. Most of the international students came from Germany because of the close border. Yeah. But of course, there were a lot of people from all over the world. I actually met a nice group of Finnish people. So I'm half Finnish also because my dad is from Finland. And so that was very funny, and I got good friends with them. But also people from Canada were there, and also from South America. And yeah, you can't really specify a group, but because there were so many different people, and it was very international.
That's very cool. Yeah, I like to say that Latin Americans and Brazilians, they are everywhere, because in all countries and universities, there will be somebody from South America there. No. And also, how could you describe a little bit like how was student life, the activities on campus, or just, the city, and was it easy to make friends?
Yeah, so in Innsbruck, it was very easy to make friends because I moved there into a shared flat with 2 other guys who are still my very good friends, and I talk to them from time to time and see them also. And you had, because it was a state university, it is a little bit different to the US system. Here, like the good universities where you have a really good student life and everything are the state universities and not the private universities. So there was a lot going on, a lot of different parties, a lot of get-togethers, barbecues. So it was really easy to meet other people. And also international people, because there's this Erasmus program. I don't know if you heard about that.
I know.
And yeah, and there are also some specific Erasmus parties where all the international people come together. And so yeah, they do quite a lot to and help you to make friends.
That's really cool. Okay, that's good to know. And you talked a little bit about, how it's very easy to kind of convalidate your degree right across Europe because it's equivalent. But could you also talk about other like benefits of studying in Europe?
Yeah, so if you study at a state university and you are a European, you normally don't have to pay any student fees. So my bachelor degree was on a state university, and my master's degree was on a private university. I will come back to that later, why I did that.
Yeah.
But just from the costs, I paid for one semester, I think maybe around 150 euros.
Wow. Yeah.
For
That's
the whole
compared
semester.
to the US, that is like nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, it is basically nothing. You just have your ticket for your train and some I don't know what the other 80 euros were for, but yeah.